For today's cup of coffee, we're going to be talking about the miraculous.
Miraculous.
Yeah, I've always struggling with wordage. Yes.
Yes.
Not like I don't do that every day.
We all do.
But this was a really cool story.
Mm-hmm.
And this was from Historic Mysteries by Les Hewitt. And it's the legend of the miraculous Loretto Chapel staircase.
Okay.
So, it's neat stuff. And, of course, the link will be in the description box.
Which is different than the staircases that you find in the woods.
Yes, totally. Totally. And Mr. Hewitt writes, deep in the southwestern United States is Santa Fe, the city of Holy Faith. It was here that in the 1800s, 7 nuns set up a school for girls, and when it was time, they built a chapel. This is where the legend of the Loretto Chapel staircase began, and ever since, faithful visitors have been flocking to the church to get a peek at the subject of the Santa Fe miracle, the chapel stairs.
Okay.
And you can go, I think this website does have a picture of the stairs, because after yesterday's, at some point when we have the technology to show the pictures and stuff like that, we will do so, and hopefully it will be in the near future. And it says, during 1872, the Bishop of Santa Fe Archdiocese was Jean-Baptiste Lamy, L-A-M-Y. And he was elected as the very first bishop of the diocese and commissioned and oversaw the construction of a chapel named Our Lady of Light in 1873. A religious order called the Sisters of Loretto would maintain the chapel, and it was constructed in a popular Gothic revival style. The whole chapel was designed by a renowned French architect who unfortunately never got to see the work completed. That would be frustrating to start something that amazing and then die before you got to see it completed.
I mean, there was that dude who started it was a mountain carving of this Native American. He died before it was even close to halfway done.
But he had the vision, and they're still working on that today, which is a really cool thing also.
Yeah.
And it says that the chapel was completed by 1878, and the only thing that was lacking was a way to get to the choir loft. That's sort of an important part of that.
Yeah.
And a standard staircase was ruled to be too large to be practical, and other churches and chapels of the same period had ladders as opposed to stairs. Now, that would be cumbersome.
Yeah.
And the sisters quickly dismissed this idea as far as the stairs because of what they wore. And you can understand that.
Yeah.
And because even if the robes are long and you going up and down a ladder, that's people are people no matter where, no matter where they're sitting.
Exactly.
So without a way to reach the loft, the chapel would not be able to function properly. So the sisters considered this to be nothing more than a test of their faith. Instead of saying, oh, this is a horrible thing that's happened to me, it's a matter of saying, this is a thing that has happened. What am I supposed to do with it?
Yeah.
So the legend says that sometime around 1880, the entire order began to pray to Saint Joseph, who is the patron saint of carpenters, and they asked him to help find a solution for the chapel stairs. It says on the 9th day of prayer, a visitor arrived at their door with his mule and some tools. And the first thing the man revealed to the sisters was that he was a carpenter by trade. Yeah.
Okay.
It says he was invited in and discovered the dilemma left behind with the untimely passing of the original architect.
Yeah.
So the workman, unlike many tradesmen that had come to look at the situation prior to him, said that it was possible to construct a useful staircase. And the only condition that he had was that he be allowed to work in private. Yeah. So that's interesting already.
Yeah, like about what?
Yeah. But these are people of faith.
Yeah.
As opposed to people that are not, and they want to second guess and be skeptics of anything and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It says the sisters agreed to the terms and, that they would go and do their thing, during the day or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then the carpenter would return only when the chapel was empty. Now, some of the sisters did state that they saw wood soaking in tubs that they had provided for him.
Loves it.
And some, as far as bending wood and stuff like that, you had to soak it for it to do what you want it to do. Some insist that the construction was completed quickly, while others reported that it took longer than might have been necessary. When you go and look at these stairs, it says when the spiral staircase was finished, the sisters had organized a banquet to honor the carpenter. And that was when they found that he was gone.
He just vanished?
He did, and at no time during his work did he identify himself. It says that, now again, this is part of the legend, that he never asked for nor received payment for his labor or even supplies, and still remains a mystery as to who this man was.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like...
That's cool.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah.
It says another mystery is the construction of the Loretto staircase itself. There are no central column or support beams, and it appears that all the weight is self-supported at the base. The craftsman did not use nails or glue. He used only wooden pegs to secure the steps. Additionally, there are no railings.
That's a hazard, though.
Well, when you see it, you understand. The legend says that some of the nuns were so afraid to descend the 22-foot drop that they would crawl down on their hands and knees. I can understand. Well, they had faith about some things, but they didn't have faith about others.
Yeah, well, of course it'd be kind of...
Well, that's true of all of us.
I'm scared to go down the stairs that we have.
Yeah, really.
And we have handrails.
Right, but we did not always have handrails.
No, we did not.
It was praying, coming, and going, so I understand these sisters on this. There are only 33 steps. However, the staircase wraps around 360 degrees twice.
So it's a spiral.
Mm-hmm.
I figured it had to be some sort of spiral.
And it says the number 33 is a significant number, being the age of Jesus at his crucifixion. The sisters were adamant that it was St. Joseph himself that had come to their rescue. And people have given these stairs the nickname of St. Joseph's Staircase. It says when local trade suppliers were contacted in an effort to track this craftsman down, none of them could help, answer any questions in any way. No bill of sales could be retrieved, and the lumber that was used was discovered to be of an unknown type. Whatever the wood that was used, it was not indigenous to the Santa Fe area. A modern analysis revealed the wood to be spruce, but a variety that nobody was familiar with, and they had concluded that the closest possible locale for wood of this type would have been somewhere in Alaska.
Huh. Now how the hell would you have got that?
Now that's the legend of the staircase. And it says, with all legends, there is some truth and some fiction to the story, and that's no different about the Loretto Chapel staircase. It says, Mary J. Straw, a historian, researched the Santa Fe stairs for 7 years. 7s, 22s, 33s. These are significant numbers. Even within the writing of this story, this stuff... You couldn't make it up. You really couldn't.
Yeah.
And she compiled enough evidence about the mysterious carpenter that she was able to write a book called Loretto, The Seven Sisters and Their Santa Fe Chapel. And Cook says that she found an entry in the Nun's Daybook dated 1881, which did indicate that they paid a man named Rocus for wood. Cook also found an old newspaper article in the New Mexican that said Mr. Rocus had been shot in the chest in his Dog Canyon home and that he had been a skilled woodworker who built the impressive Loretto Chapel staircase. Well, now maybe and maybe not on that, because maybe that was a common name in that area.
Yeah.
So, who knows? And it's not like there was only one carpenter anywhere.
Exactly.
It says, according to Cook, Francois Jean Rocus, it's one of those French names, I'm not even going to try, was a member of a French secret society of highly skilled craftsmen and artisans called the Compagnons. Oldest kid would slap me.
The what?
Compagnons. That's the best I can do with the years of watching Pepe Le Pew. Okay.
Onions.
All right, and
the companion onions.
Compagnons, which has existed.
Companions, they are onion companions.
Which has existed since the Middle Ages. Cook says that Rocus came to the U.S. specifically to build the Santa Fe staircase, and that he had the wood shipped from France. Well, now, do you know where Santa Fe? Different. Do you know where Santa Fe is, and how hard? Even if he had it shipped from France in the 1800s, how did he get it delivered there?
Exactly.
It's not like there's an open port near Santa Fe.
No.
And so, Mr. Rocus is buried at the Our Lady of Light Catholic Cemetery, or some Mr. Rocus is buried there. It says the inspirational legend resulted in the creation of books in a 1998 movie called The Staircase. And while some of the legends may have been demystified with information about its supposed builder, many people who have seen the stairs claim this makes it no less of a miracle. And what cannot be debated is the marvelous work of art that was left behind. Now, with these supposed facts that have come to light, I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions about that because the facts make less sense
than the story.
And that there's always people that they have to second guess a miracle. Yeah.
I'll believe that it was a miracle.
I can't remember if it was Albert Einstein or who it was. I've used the quote several times, and I didn't pull that up. I may use that as our ending quote. It said there are two types of people: those who see the miraculous in everything, and those who refuse to see the miraculous.
Yeah, I mean, he was right on that, though.
Sure, he was.
Was he one of those people that saw the miraculous in everything?
I think so.
I hope he was.
I think so.
He was a Pisces.
He was a cool little dude.
He was a Pisces.
He was a cool dude.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it have been a wonderful thing to sit down with Einstein and just have a cup of coffee and listen to him? Not just about the mathematics, but just about him.
Oh, as soon as he starts explaining mathematics and any science shit,
I'm
clocking out, man. Like, the ticket's already been scanned by the punch. The punch card has already been put in. I'm done for the day. I can't.
But
I'm off duty.
Yeah, really, so many people, historical people, not a matter of talking with them, to them, but listening to them. Be able to ask questions. Some of these people, I don't even know that I would have enough sense to ask a question.
Right.
So, miraculous.
I definitely don't.
The Loretto staircase. Definitely go to this site. And if I can find some other websites that have pictures, it is worth the time to click a link to see this thing.
Do y'all believe in the miracle, or do y'all believe in the facts?
I don't know that they always have to be at odds with each other. Yeah.
But you said that it was less believable, the facts were.
Well, what they're presenting.
The potential facts.
What they are presenting as facts, and, I don't know. Like I said, I don't think that's as believable as the legend that surrounds it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we've seen miracles. Mm-hmm. More than one.
Yeah.
So if you've had experiences with the paranormal, supernatural, encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, miracles.
Everybody has experienced a miracle.
Whether they recognized it at the time or not. Mm-hmm. If you have local, regional, or family myths or legends, send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. And if I ever screw up the email address, it's there in the description box. So, yeah, because I am very prone to error. know that you're loved. Know that you are a miracle. The fact that you're on this planet walking around, that is a miracle. And know that you are loved.
Yes. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all. Have a good miracle.
I don't think there is a bad miracle. We'll see you on the next
Have a miracle.
We'll see you on the next
Have a good... Damn it. Damn it. Just fucking have a good already. Have a good one. Good vibes to you. Bye.
Bye.